This is Lizzy, and I'm Payton, and we're the Goons of the Scenic City, and welcome to Drinking at Mo's.
Hell yeah.
This is Drinkin at Mo's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's also mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin at Mo's, where we don't quit. Drinkin at Mo's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, oh it's a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Mo's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Mo's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody. Welcome Drinking at Mo's. Big Mo here. You know the drill by now. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Because YouTube's algorithm is a pain in the ass while my son is looking very entertained by me right now. We're also on the audio platforms too. Today, I'm excited to have with me two people I'm a pretty big fan of. Lizzy, Payton Blair, the Goonies. How you doing?
Good.
I'm glad. I've been excited to have y'all on. Like, I knew you guys got something big coming up, which, I mean, we'll go into all of that. But the first thing I like to start off with everybody with when they first come on the show is what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make that leap into the business?
So cold Steve Austin.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh man, look,
We're 90s
look.
kids.
I got in trouble for school because my favorite thing to do was flipping the bird.
Nope, I get it. I get it. Mine was given the stunner.
Oh,
I mean, we would do that in our living room at our parents' house, and then our mom would yell at us like, "Don't give your sister a broken bone."
I broke my tailbone jumping off the couch
because she thought she was Jeff Hardy. That's why we have the colored hair. They influenced us way too much when we were little.
I mean, stone cold, I'm bald, so I mean that was more the Navy. The last haircut at boot camp, they decided, hey, we can take that all off for if you want. And I was just like, fuck it. And I just kept it.
What got us started on it?
I've always been a lifelong fan.
We was like, hey, you want to go try it? And we was like, sure.
So we Googled the nearest wrestling school, which happened to be Luke Gallows' school down in Georgia. And we trained, that's where we first started. It became a tag team because Luke Gallows was like, oh, twins, tag team.
No, I can get that. I know he would be a guy that I would love to end up having on sometime. I've had some.
You could probably get him.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
Now, yeah, like, good Lord. I get the reasoning behind some of the, like WWE and AEW with the, the people you got to go through and all that. But good Lord, no offense to them, but they are a pain in the ass to get a hold of.
Try training with them for like the first 3 years. And like, we would drive to Georgia, the door would be locked, and we're like, hey, are we training or not? We just drove 3 hours.
Yeah, bet that led to some stories.
Oh, we have plenty of stories. Plenty of stories we can tell you.
And now we're at our new home of TWE.
Ah, yes. I remember before into some of my other questions, the first introduction I ever had to TWE was actually a show that was just at the TWE Arena. It was one of the ICW No Holds Barred pit fighter shows.
Are you talking about the one I think you're talking about?
I don't know.
Was it the one where she got scalped?
I mean, it might have been. But yeah, it was a few years ago, and I just remember seeing the cage all the way to the floor, and I'm just like, dude.
The pit fighter's intense.
Yeah.
But it's one of my favorite things.
Oh, I can understand why. Now he wants to get all fussy. Anyways, so but the thing I wanted to talk to you both about is women in wrestling. It's like becoming wow. I don't know if that came across on camera, but holy shit, the fart that came out of my kid. Anyways, women in wrestling is definitely becoming something taken a lot more seriously by most. Like, okay, there was a time where me and some of the people in the crowd about ripped into this one guy because it was actually at the AEW Dynamite taping where the infamous Moxley spot with the nail board.
Oh yeah.
That was like 2 rows in front of me. But somebody that was sitting next to me, literally during one of the women's matches, was like, "Oh, gonna go to the bathroom now." And me and the guy right next to me were like, "Whoa!" We came so close to ripping into him because, it's, it used to be looked upon as, not taken so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
But now some of the stuff that y'all have done and some of the matches y'all have taken a part of, damn. Like, I'm a fan of that intense style, and y'all definitely bring it.
Oh, we try. We have to.
Considering the company that y'all keep, like, TWE, I've had a lot of respect for a lot of the roster there. I've had a bunch of them on. I think at this point I've had all but maybe like 1 or 2 of the Coven of the Goat on. Like, I think Newman, and I feel bad because I'm thinking I'm spacing off on somebody.
Nathan or CJ?
I've had them both.
So you ain't had Tank?
Tank, yep, I've had Tank.
Oh.
He was one of the first.
The only other one's Azriel.
Yeah. Or Rev.
Yeah, that would be the only other one besides Newman that I haven't had on yet. So I've been loving it. And one thing that there's a lot of, I know. There's a lot of people out there that, and I'd like to think I include you both on this, that I like to call equal opportunity ass kickers. Oh, because it doesn't matter the gender identity, whatever. You put you both in there, and there's a list of others that, you put them in there, you're gonna just go regardless. Yeah. And independent wise, it's like that's a little more accepted than some of the, well, I get it, nationally televised, they got a lot of other people to speak to, but the way I've always looked at it, with wanting inclusiveness and equality, what better way than, regardless of gender, if you got 2 people can go, put them up against each other and let them go.
We do the same thing men do. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can do it. And then you both have actually not only teamed together, but you've also, on a good number of occasions, battled each other.
We like to beat the hell out of each other.
I mean, family does that sometimes.
Take out our frustration.
Yeah, good Lord. Probably, okay, I can't say this with my little brother because Lord knows with the lack of working out I do and the amount of working out he does, he could probably rip my damn arms off. But, family, they don't always get along. So sometimes you just got to get in there and squabble a little bit. But then y'all always have that ability of getting back in there and going through and having that cohesiveness together just as soon as y'all have been against each other.
I think it's just a twin thing. It's like we can argue and then get really heated off at each other, and 2 seconds later we'll be fine. We'll just let it happen.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. My wife and I, not to be too much of a downer here, before our son, my wife and I were actually pregnant with twin girls a couple of years ago. And, well, the reason I got this tattoo on my forearm here, they weren't due until like November, but decided, they're going to show up in like late July. And, well, they didn't make it more than a week, but, I constantly got told how much of a fighter they were being during that time, how feisty they were being. And I could see them during that little bit kind of taken after the both of you two, what I see with you guys out there at TWE or hell anywhere throughout the Southeast. Y'all are all over the place, Southeast, and even all over the place. And TWE, for one, they are doing some consistently great stuff. And like with the what was it? Okay. I had a brain fart for a moment, but I'm back. But the TWE arena, relatively smaller arena, but man, TWE packs them in there consistently. And I'll admit, after watching some of those packed houses and how loud I can only imagine it is in person, it's like, damn, I want to be there for that, like bucket list material.
Oh, you have to.
Especially during the ICW weekends. It's a blast.
Oh, I bet. Now, they're also coming, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Crash Course coming and going back up. And is it weekly? I'm one to say I thought I heard it was.
It's every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay. Yes. And, when it comes to independent shows, there's not too many of them that will seem to go more than once a month, but every 2 weeks. And then you got the regular TWE shows on top of, whenever ICW No Holds Barred's coming in. And I heard that H2O's even coming into the.
Don't know when yet, but H2O is down here in Chattanooga now. Not officially yet, but unofficially.
Not if like it hasn't officially started, but it's basically already out there that's where
he's already put it out here that this is home now.
Yeah, man. And H2O, another promotion that I've been lucky enough to, at least when it was in New Jersey, it came a point where, geez, I didn't know if there was many on that roster that I hadn't had on. Like, oh God. And you know what? We'll go into a few of them because there's a question that I have for a specific topic later that involves a few of these people. But Crash Course, I heard, you guys are on the poster for the new, it's starting back up. I'm wanting to make sure I'm getting this right.
It's not started back
up.
They
just revamped the posters.
Yeah, they just
they revamped it. Okay.
Yeah, they revamped the posters.
Yeah, and I think I heard Rev putting it out there that Jameson Shook is being one like behind the scenes in charge guy, at least for Crash Course.
Message him, yes.
That okay, and hey, with the couple of shows that he's put on so far on his own, solid freaking shows.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't able to be there in person, but I've had him on twice now, and the last time we talked all about this last one, and everything I've seen, I'm jealous I wasn't there.
Oh, you missed it. It was a really good one. He's getting better every time he does it.
That he sure seems to be. Now, the thing that I was remembering with Crash Course being every 2 weeks, it's in getting more people, more ring reps, because that's the thing, when trying to be in ring shape. And okay, I hear you. Oh,
it's kind of like a student showcase, but it's not a student showcase. It's like if you want to get reps in front of a live crowd
and critiques like right after your match.
Mm-hmm.
You get like the biggest minds in the Southeast watching your match.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, because people that are already there for TWE stuff, the names you have down there already, from Newman to all the guys in the Coven of the Goat and all the experience they've had. And
we've had Tremont down here watching 1-1.
Tremont now. Talk about it. Okay. I've mentioned wanting, to be at a show for TWE being on my bucket list. Tremont is a bucket list guest for me.
Oh, you'd love him.
Oh, I've heard nothing that would make me think otherwise. But I was just thinking, we mentioned, all over the Southeast, New South action. I've had a whole bunch of people from both of those on, but talking about all over, even ventured out Midwest, Chicago, Michigan. Although I'll admit, me being from Nebraska and considering a state as far away from myself as Michigan, Midwest, it's still kind of weird for me. But y'all are getting all the way out there, and I believe I was hearing that you guys are going to be even going international soon.
Oh yeah, we're actually leaving on Monday.
You know what? Yeah, I know. Okay, I remember hearing about that when I was trying to get scheduled. Oh, you. Okay, maybe. Okay. Well, I try not to get him on too much.
He just wants to hang out.
Oh yeah, he just wants to hang out. Yeah, see, this calms him down. But yeah, like, okay, now where international again? Because I believe when we first talked about getting scheduled, you were mentioning you're not happy right now. But you had mentioned where you were going. I was just trying to look back on the messages
we'll be in the UK.
UK, one part of Europe that I haven't been to yet.
We'll be based in London, but we're going to Derby and in Essex.
I think so.
Ooh, nice. I actually next month. Yeah, it would be still next month. Days bleed together for me sometimes.
They all become a certain day. They all just become one day.
Oh God, I've got stories behind times like that. But I'm a podcast partner for Fantastic League of Wrestling, and they actually got Tommy Gunn from over there out here for them for a while, and I have him next month, so I'm even going international in a way.
Yeah,
in a way. But what are you guys most excited about with that trip? Because I mean, you're getting a whole new set of eyes on you. That some of the streaming platforms can be seen international, but not everybody has those.
Yeah. I'm just how they do matches compared to here.
I'm excited to go kick Lou Nixon's ass.
Yeah.
Ready to bully both of them pretty much the whole week we're there.
Oh man, that would be a fun one. Man, now y'all got me thinking, because I've had people that I've actually sponsored a couple European trips, including Shiny Shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had him on, and oh god, there was one other one, but damn it, I'm feeling bad that I'm forgetting.
It'll come to you.
It'll come to me. I mean, I'm damn near 350 episodes now. Sometimes stuff, if it's a little further back than others, memory sometimes gets a little fuzzy on names, which I feel bad. I mean, sometimes people ask me about something that happened a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, damn it, I have a hard enough time remembering what I had for lunch. How the hell do you expect me to remember something that happened 2 weeks ago?
That sounds like us,
Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Now, I did also Flophouse. That was the one in... Oh, shit. Oh.
Gotcha.
Give me 1 second.
I still see it.
All right, we're back. Wife forgets I'm recording, and I'm having... But yeah, crazy weather. She's trying to... Okay, I love my Dr. Pepper, but it gives me the burps like crazy. But Michigan and Flophouse. I've had Swartzy on a couple times. What was Flophouse like for the both of you?
Insane.
It was wild.
I bet. Everything that I've had with him on and getting to... Okay. See, I'm pulling double duty here, but so yeah, no, I've nothing but great respect.
It was wild and a great experience, because I love that whole crew.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I mean, I can imagine, feeding off of the energy from the crowd and getting rowdy like I know a Flophouse crowd can be, for sure. All right. Well, now let me try to... I dropped something. Crap. See, this is what I get. All right. So I have 2 categories here before I tip over my table. Oh, yeah, I know. I don't want to tip over the table. Okay. Hey. Okay. You know what? I'm going to pause real quick, try to get him settled. Yeah, he is being... All right. Well, now that I got the little guy settled, I was just remembering a funny international wrestling story that now it's kind of funny for me. But when I was growing up, when I was in high school, I remember, huge wrestling fan. I had all the magazines and stuff, and I was getting ready to go on a trip over with a group from school to Greece and Italy, and parents were trying to discourage me from taking the wrestling magazines because they were saying, "Oh, there aren't going to have any wrestling over there." And I'm like, especially now with
it's
all
everywhere.
Going everywhere, it's just kind of funny for me. About as funny as when my parents told me, when I got back from the Navy and going to the independent shows in the area, they're like, "You really think you're going to meet anybody at those?" And then my wife, I got asked to go to a show for a promotion I hadn't been to in a while. One of my best friends saw me kind of looking over at this girl that was helping at the merch table. And well, Now I'm approaching, what was it, 19, about 4 years married, about a year together now. And now we got the little guy too. So it was like, I just remember walking up to my dad on wedding day and being like, you remember when you told me that? Look at me now. All right, enough about little tangent stories that I got. Lord knows I got enough of those. I got 2 categories here. One's a bit of a name game where I name off some people. You give me some quick thoughts on each of them, and I try to theme it towards the guest as much as possible. So this one, I mentioned about equal opportunity ass kickers. Well, I got 4 names. 2 of them very much that, and 2 are, 2 of my favorite tag teams. So you 2 teaming together, equal opportunity ass kickers and tag teams. That's who this name game is going to be about. First one, Mickey Knuckles.
Love her. She's taught us a lot.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that because, getting to sit under, feels weird saying learning tree with Jericho and everything he's doing, but getting to sit under the learning tree of somebody like a Mickey Knuckles and all the experience that she's had, kind of invaluable knowledge there.
Mm-hmm.
What was some of the stuff, you don't have to go over everything. Well, what is like some stuff that she's taught you?
That's you.
It's more like when we had our match, she brought out stuff inside of me that I didn't think like could be brought out. Like she brought out a whole nother side of me that no one had got to see. Like my thought, Jaden and some other people was like, "That's probably your best match you've ever had."
There are definitely those people that definitely have that ability to bring out another side of somebody that, hell, maybe they've never even seen before. She's definitely seemed like somebody that can definitely do that.
Oh yeah, and it was easy. It was like we clicked really easy too.
That is awesome. Not only as part of a tag team, but in the ring, you also have to have that that chemistry with somebody. So when you have somebody that you can click with like that, man, it can lead to some great stuff.
Oh, she's one of my favorite people, even if I don't get to see her a lot.
Lord knows she's busy right now.
Yeah,
Believe on her way to
she's on her way to Vegas right now.
Yeah, I'm wanting to say she's either on her way there or already there.
Should be there by now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. All right, next one. I haven't had her on, but Randy West.
I love Randy. She's so badass.
You know what? That is the perfect way to describe her.
I think she's scarier than Mickey.
I can see that being an argument made.
They're both intense. Randy's intense. Calling a match with her is intense.
Oh yeah, I mean whether with Mickey or I know her and Swartzy got a lot of teaming they've done together. Okay, some of the stuff that I've seen out of their matches.
It's wild.
Yes. Wild would be another perfect way to describe that. Now, wow, looks like weather's starting to act up. But before I get too distracted, because Lord knows that happens. Tag teams. This one, yeah, they've been heel, they've been face, but now they're back to being those dastardly heels. FTR.
Favorite tag team in the freaking world. I love Dash. Oh, I love them all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. What was that thing they had. I believe it was on a shirt in their time in WWE, but it was like no flips, just fists.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm a big FTR mark. I will wear that flag proudly.
So I'm with you there. Like I said, I gravitate towards some of those intense personas, those just old school.
Yeah, no fancy moves, just ground and pound.
Their finish, Shatter Machine. Oh,
yep.
Love it.
Oh yeah. Now, this tag team, when thinking of sibling tag teams, and you kind of mentioned it earlier with the hair, the Hardy Boys.
Childhood heroes. I would do anything to wrestle Jeff and Matt.
Just to sit and talk with them, I'd be fine with that. I don't even have to wrestle. Just them, like, hey, tell me something cool to do.
Just sitting there shooting the shit with them for a while about whatever.
I don't need to wrestle a match with them. I just want to go shoot the shit with them.
I'd love to wrestle them.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, that would be an added bonus, I'd be sure. Totally. Yeah, no, some of the stuff that they've been able to pull off through everywhere they've been. Man, you talk about highlight reel stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Going from, what was it? The spear off of the ladder, and while he's hanging on to the. God dang!
I just remember from a pay-per-view like a long time ago, Jeff doing the Swanton off like a big thing. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was. I think it was a TLC pay-per-view.
It might, yeah. He's done enough of those ladder dives that they're. Good Lord, they just seem to get ladders that are just bigger and bigger and bigger. Like, holy crap, where do you find those? Yeah, no, those guys, nuts. But hey, if you can pull it off and can walk away, basically, shit, why not? Lord knows I wouldn't be able to. I just did a pro wrestling boot camp once, and I was walking funny for about a week. I don't know, diving off of a ladder.
I don't fly. I just ground and pound. Let me fight you on the ground.
That would be more my speed if I ever got in the ring. I'm like, while I'm not afraid of heights, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not diving off of that.
Me neither. No, me neither.
Now, speaking of crazy, I have some random questions here. Some might be wrestling related, some might not be. Some have, nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far. But the first one that I always like to lead off with here, craziest in-match moment for the both of you. Now, I have one that I have in my head that I thought was pretty nuts that involved both of you.
I have one.
I mean, you can name a couple if you want.
I don't think nothing can really top me. Well, I got two. When I, got scalped. And the second one, when I think, is when I went face first through a pane of glass from Murdoch.
Oh, yeah, that would. Speaking of him, I've had him. He sent me, and a guy that I've had a couple times throughout the lifetime of this podcast so far that I like to call it like a sense of validation. He gave me one where the last time I had him on, he told me that he doesn't do too many podcasts anymore, but he'll do mine. And I'm like, what the heck happened there?
There it goes.
Gotta love technology. All right.
Like, hey, I'm almost dead.
Well, hey, we're getting close. But yeah, that right there, him saying that about me, I'm like, man, me being my own worst critic, no idea what something like that meant. So
I'll give a little things to Murdoch. When we first wrestled each other in the pit, he was the first one that said, look,
he reached out to us.
They don't want to see you do no fancy shit. They just want to see you beat the shit out of each other. So just go out there and show them.
Hey, That the pit fighter shows, that definitely seems like one that's like, yeah, they just want to see that down, dirty, ground and pound, just beat the shit out of you sort of style.
Well, we did.
Him and Joel Bateman have been like our biggest like supporters with us doing death matches.
Nice. You know what? Joel Bateman was actually in the first ever death match that I got to see in person.
I love Joel Bateman. He's one of my favorite Australians.
He's kind of like our advisor with death matches.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, he's a good one to have. I know the match I saw was him versus Jake Christ at Revolver.
Yeah, I remember watching that one.
You remember the ending to that one with the folding chairs? They put the panes of glass and then
they're insane.
Lit the damn glass on fire. Like,
they're insane.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest moments that I've ever seen. Now, the one involving the both of you that I had in mind was actually at a relatively recent H2O show in the match. It was a tag team Taipei death match.
Wasn't the table not breaking?
The table not breaking. and then them covering the both of you, just be like, oh, screw it, we'll just cover you on the damn table.
He wasn't on there. It wasn't on the table.
That wasn't on the table? For some reason, I had it in my head it was on the table.
They both jumped on top of me.
The one other thing I remember
that hurt so bad.
No, God, I can only imagine, because I remember the table not breaking, and then the match ends, and then Alex Stretch, that I love him, but damn him, what a madman, being like a old school Sabu and going and leaping off and just into the table.
I know. I was like, damn, my back.
I have a bad back myself, and I'm watching that. I was like, oh, God damn. Okay, I hurt just watching that.
And I heard it. I was hurting hearing the table not break.
Oh, God. Yeah. And I remember having Alex Stretch on a while before that. And I was asking him about, like some of his influences. And like, I had in mind who I thought one of them was going to be. And then when he said Sabu, I'm like, I knew it.
He's a crazy dude.
Crazy dude, but I love him to death.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah. Crazy dude.
We've done a lot of shows with him.
Oh, that you have. Now, professional wrestling, whether national TV or independence, involves obviously a lot of travels. You guys going international here, starting as of this recording Monday, long travels.
Oh, yeah.
So that involves, especially more so on the plane rides, you got to entertain yourself somehow. What is some of your favorite travel entertainment that you to occupy yourself?
We're really into this podcast called Trailer Tales.
Have you ever heard of Trailer Trash, Tammy?
I have.
It's her.
We watched her podcast. It's so funny.
I'll have to be looking out for that one.
That, my Switch.
Oh, yeah.
We watch a lot of. We'll put on movies just to hear people talk. Because I can music. At some point, music just gets too boring and you can't listen to it.
Yeah, no, that is definitely the case.
We watch a lot of Law and Order on the way to and from those.
Oh God. Okay. I never used to watch too much Law and Order until I met my wife, and that is like SVU is like her favorite freaking show, and it's to the point where whenever she goes to watch it, she'll literally tell me, "Now you know the rule. I don't be making too much noise down here while I'm watching my damn show. So there'll be times where she'll go to tell me that and be like, okay, I'll try to make some noise down here just to give her shit. But yeah, no. Oh God, I'm trying to the Switch. My wife and I have one, but I don't get to use it too much because she's pretty much claimed it for
Oh, we each have one.
I've attempted, but that is one of those things that I guess they're cheaper now. But
I've had mine for quite a while.
There was a point where I wanted to get one, but yeah, it was one of those expenses where if I would have tried to spend that much money on a Switch for myself when we already have one, she would have figuratively killed me.
No, not us. Me personally, I'm a very big video game nerd. Like, I have 4 consoles in my house.
I've got a few myself.
And like over probably thousands of dollars worth of video games.
Okay. Question that wasn't on my list, but hey, both being video game people, what's a couple video games that you guys are like both really into right now?
Right now it's the new Dragon Age game.
Okay.
And I'm also very big into the Call of Duty series.
Okay.
Red Dead is one of my favorite games.
Oh, dude, so much, yeah.
I love the zombie one.
Oh, the one that was like
out on the Xbox 360.
I have that on Xbox One, where it was like it had the first Red Dead and that in the same. Yeah,
we got too much. We got a lot. We got a 2, 3, 4, 5, and an Xbox 360.
Yeah, I traded in my 360 to get the Xbox One, and now I have the Xbox One, the Series S. I have a Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64.
We got a GameCube somewhere.
Duh. You know what?
Hey, they're putting GameCube games out on the Switch.
That they do. Wow. Okay, I'm getting on a tangent here. Good Lord.
They're showing how we're really nerds.
Doug, my wife calls me a nerd with some of the stuff I'm into all the time. Like growing up, it was always pro wrestling and Ninja Turtles for me.
Ours was pro wrestling and anime.
And I've been lucky enough to actually get to meet some people from Ninja Turtles, like the guy that voiced Michelangelo from the original cartoon. Got a Funko Pop signed by him.
See, my favorite Ninja Turtle is their old, the 90s, the live action one from when they went back in time.
Mm.
That was my favorite.
My favorite was Secret of the Ooze.
That's a good one.
And I met the guy behind Splinter.
Oh, shit.
From those first 2. Yeah. So, yep. Shit.
We're all getting off topic.
Yeah, we're getting off topic, but hey, that could be a whole nother thing for another episode sometime. Talk about all of that stuff. So, back on the wrestling side of stuff. Back on the wrestling side of stuff. Something that I like to ask those that have even dabbled in deathmatch wrestling. What is a weapon you would like to avoid being used in a match if you had the choice?
If I had a choice, it's always glass because it's so unpredictable. I hate glass.
Okay.
But if I have to use it, I will.
Okay.
Huh. I'm not a big thing. Well, I didn't really much. I don't really care.
Okay. There's been a lot of answers that have actually surprised me when I've asked that. I think I first asked that to Alex Colon, and his one surprised me because I
got one tax because if they get in your hand, it's the worst pain you've ever had in your life.
Interesting.
But I'll use them, but I just don't like them getting in my hand because it hurts. Like,
put them in my head.
I did, but it hurt getting in your hand.
No. Oh yeah, no, up like here where it's like basically.
I gave her a mohawk.
She gave me a mohawk.
Oh.
It's not that bad. It sucks.
Alex Cologne actually said toothpicks.
Never done that. I've had tattoo needles in my head though. That sucked.
Dude.
Lindsay Snow put them in my head, in her head.
Oh boy. Yeah, no. They're okay. Tattoos, I can. Growing up, definitely afraid of needles, but now
me too. Look at me, I'm covered.
Yeah, now like I've learned that as long as I'm not looking at them as they're going in me, I'm fine.
I'm a tattoos. You give me a shot, I hate it.
So I have to.
It's not different. People say it's not this. It's the same. It's not.
It's not. It is not.
Hey, we're getting off topic again.
We're getting off topic again.
We got to do another podcast today, just wrestling.
You know what? Yes. You know what? I love having people from wrestling on, but yes, I love talking to them about stuff outside of it too. So we can definitely make it happen. Now, with the name of a show like I have, I feel like I have to ask this question. Favorite drink, alcoholic or otherwise? Because I always tell people just because it says drinkinatmos doesn't mean that it has to be alcoholic.
Well, I mean, we do drink, so
yeah, I do too.
It's Moscow Mule.
Oh, those are good.
I like a good old Jack and Coke.
I'm
not a big beer person.
Beer makes my tummy hurt.
That if I go too much with it, yeah, I can agree with. I have actually tried Jack and Coke with grenadine. Basically, tastes like a Jack and Cherry Coke.
It's just cherries.
Just do the Jack Fire and Coke. It tastes like Big Red.
Ooh. Ooh.
It is good.
I mean, I've tried Jack Honey and Dr. Pepper before.
I didn't like the honey. I've had that Jack Apple and Coke, and it was pretty good.
All right. I'll have to try that. Now, question I got here: best advice you both have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling?
Go to a good school.
Find you a good school. Don't just start wrestling. Find you someone to train you from the basics.
Don't be a shitbird.
Yeah, wrestling has
we've had enough of it.
Yep.
Do it the right way.
Do it the old school way Gallows taught us. Go in there with respect. Don't be an asshole. Do your dues, and then you get the opportunities.
Oh yeah, and I mean it's not like it was, I feel weird saying back in the day, but like a while back where wrestling schools were kind of a little more spaced out than they are now. Now it seems like whatever part of the country you're in, there's a reputable school pretty close.
You just gotta want to do the research. Mm-hmm. Like here at TWE, you're training. Jaden puts you, if you come to the shows, you're working security, you're doing all the learning the behind the scenes stuff, so it helps you when you get in the ring.
Oh yeah, and then I've had it also brought up in regards to that it also makes you pretty well rounded for when you go to other places and let's say, somebody wasn't able to show up for this or that.
Yeah, you can fill in.
You can fill in right there, and then boom, maybe next time you're actually in the damn show.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to do the grunt work.
Yeah.
That's how we had to start out. We had to take down a ring, put it up, travel with the ring. Don't be afraid to do that.
No, I mean somebody's got to do it. You got to start out somewhere.
I mean, we still do it. We'll go to GCW and help out when we're there.
I want to make it to a GCW show.
Oh, they're so fun.
The only thing for me though is the closest they've ever come to me in Omaha is St. Louis, and that's like 8 hours.
Woo. I mean, we went to Philly. We can't say much.
We did.
Yeah, okay, I have traveled to St. Louis for a show, but I was literally invited to be a part of the Warrior Wrestling St. Louis stop.
Oh, yeah.
And they had, oh man, they had Uemura there, and Jeff Cobb versus Bronson Reed.
Yo, dude, that'd be awesome.
And I actually got to have Bronson Reed on, like, between when the Fan Fest ended and the show started. I actually got to do a little recording with him right there.
That's cool.
Dude. And I'm telling you, there, you know, you see people over there that, like, you walk up and you're like, oh my God. You see him on TV and you're like, holy shit, that guy looks intimidating as hell. He was that, but dude, nicest dude ever.
Yeah, most of them are.
I've heard that. Excuse me. We're like some of the people that, like, in front of the camera can play some of the most dastardly heels, the like six sons of bitches, but behind the camera, meeting with the fans, some of the nicest people ever.
There has been a few assholes.
I mean, there's always that.
Oh yeah, there's always that. I ran into a few, but I've been lucky that for the majority, some of those heels have been actually pretty nice. Like Macklin was another nice one. Swerve.
I ain't met him yet.
I met him when him and Keith Lee were still AEW tag champs at Revolver. And
I don't know if he's heel or face or not, but we met Tony Nese when we did AEW, and he was really nice.
I was gonna say, I remember y'all did
yeah, it's a few years ago.
That it was a couple years ago, but what was that experience like for you guys?
It was different.
A long day.
It's different compared to, you know, doing indie shows. Like, they have shit down to a T.
Because we had one match, and then, like, if you didn't go check the board, you wouldn't see if it changed, and ours changed.
Yeah.
But which is fine because we got to work some of our favorite people on our televised debut.
Yeah, like I remember I was watching that and like, oh wait, I remember them too. And then, like, at the time I was just getting introduced to who your opponents were that night. So I was like, okay, I'm liking this.
I was so comfortable with that because we have worked them golf a lot.
Yeah.
And it made it so much easier, and like the nerves were there, but they weren't like super bad. Like, I trusted them.
Okay. That makes it nice because I can imagine being on a nationally televised stage like that for the first time can be quite nerve-wracking.
It's terrifying.
I got the email and I sent it to Robin Renegade. I was like, is this real?
Yeah, I was like, are we getting punked right now? It's like, I'm not good enough to be doing this yet.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. I've had my own instances with the show that I had to ask people, like, dude, is this real? Because I had Dutch, the former Ring of Honor 6-man tag champ, on. And I remembered I went and I either posted about having recorded with him or I posted about having released the episode. But I was on my way home from work. I got a Twitter alert. I didn't recognize the picture, so I checked it at the next red light, and I about dropped my phone. Because it was Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
And I was just like, holy shit. I messaged Dutch right back, and I'm like, you're friends with him? And he's told me the whole story. I'm like, that explains so much right now. Because I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Bray Wyatt paying attention to my little freaking show?
Hey, you never know who's watching.
That is true. That is true. I've learned that pretty quick. That was one of those instances. Well, before we go, where can people find you both social media-wise so if they don't already have their eyes on the both of you?
Any platform you can think of. Facebook, X, Instagram, all those. We're on all of them.
Oh,
we're not hard to miss.
Definitely not. I'll definitely get all of that in the description. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight. I know y'all are busy with training and getting ready for going over to the UK. So it was an absolute pleasure getting to talk to the both of you. I wish you well on your travels, and you're welcome back anytime.
Hey, I'll be waiting for that when we're talking about anything else.
So we'll make it happen.
Hey, we can talk 90s cartoons, 90s TV shows, anything.
Oh, we can make it happen.
I'll be holding you to it.
You guys, y'all get back from the UK, we'll make it happen.
Oh, definitely.
That is about all I got. But once again, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your day. I know y'all got training.
Yeah, we got to go for Jade and start yelling at us.
Yeah, don't want that.
First time yelling at me.
Now my issue with this fucking button.